people have been asking for a Mario review for a while, but unfortunately, I've been unable to find the one they mean. I think it's been taken down for some reason, so if you happen to have it on your computer, send a Google Drive with the file. Thanks. N64 Mario is one of the more recent mods released on the SRB2 website, and has attracted some criticism for not really being that similar to the character that it's supposed to represent. Obviously being based off the version of Mario from Mario 64, I think that criticism like that is certainly justified, as long as this isn't blatantly clear that the moveset wouldn't work in SRB2's engine, as is the case here. It's a similar case to the Hedgehog, and Reuven, the creator, has addressed how abilities like the punts and backflips weren't very useful with SRB2's level design considered. I've mentioned all of this because I think it's inadvertently helped the character, as his moveset has ended up being fairly comprehensive. The main pillars of N64 Mario's moveset are the Lunge Jump, a fusion of the dive and long jump from Mario 64, the spin, and the ground pound. With each of these having very clear-cut lines on which functions when, it helps to create a moveset that flows well without being too complicated. The Lunge Jump is very versatile, as you can trigger it at any point during a fall, allowing for quick dashes through corridors or open planes. The Crouch, which becomes a spin when pressed twice, wasn't particularly useful in either its forms, simply due to how situational it is. It seems to be primarily used for either dashing under low corridors, which are fairly rare in most levels and can be surpassed entirely using Fangorami routes, and as an offensive ability, for which simply jumping or using the ground pound is much more controllable. Speaking of the ground pound, it's probably the ability I use the most, as it allows for both a quick momentum hold during platforming and a powerful crowd clearer in combat, if used in the right place. When it comes to Mario's generic movement, like his run and jump, he has a few unique quirks. Like in the actual Mario games, N64 Mario can kill enemies by jumping on them, even though he doesn't curl into a ball like Sonic or Tails. He also seems to have much more forward momentum than the vanilla cast, as there was multiple times I found myself hurtling off of ledges simply by overshooting jumps. I think this is to bring extra attention to using the ground pound during platforming, or possibly to mimic the heavy momentum of Mario 64, but it did feel a little jarring and I never got particularly used to it. N64 Mario has a good moveset, unique sprites that seem to be trying to emulate a more 3D art style than most characters, unique sound effects, and even a unique special form in the form of Metal Mario. Despite all this, I think the ridiculous amount of extra momentum he has ultimately hurt the character, and the jarring changes it brings to simple platforming means I have to demote this mod to a 7 out of 10. I'll place him in 21st place, above Tails Dole and below Vessel of the Bee. Enjoy the rest of this footage, and ciao.
Oh!